Hey everyone, welcome to Binge Time. We're going to be talking about a documentary, Missing, Dead or Alive. We want to thank everyone for tuning into this episode on Binge Time. This episode is about a documentary in Columbia, South Carolina, about a woman, Lorraine Garcia, that's gone missing. I'm Cheyenne.
And I'm Malachi.
A special thanks to Silver Sky Woodworking for their support of our channel. Without them, it would be impossible to record this. If any of our listeners need custom furniture, accent walls, cutting boards, custom cabinets, they should head over to veridiannews.org and click the link for Silver Sky.
And we're always looking for new sponsors, so let us know on veridiannews.org if you would like to be a part of our work and reach audience with us. It's VIRIDIAN news.org.
All right, so disclaimer, this episode talks about things that may be uncomfortable for some listeners. If you don't think you can handle it, then just stop listening now. We're going to talk about murder and elderly abuse. The first episode is about a 61-year-old woman, Lorraine Garcia, that has been reported missing, and she lives with her son who has a history of violence.
So when the police come to the house after the report, they search the house and they realize there's nothing inside. It's not furnished. There's not even carpet on the floor because it all been stripped and cleaned. And they said there was a strong smell of bleach, which rose some suspicion that someone was trying to clean the scene. There was also a pile of pictures, carpet outside, and there was a burn barrel with a burnt phone in it.
And as they're searching the house, they go into the attic, and again, there's just this strong smell of bleach. They see that there's a door that's been bolted shut, and then the intro starts. The police are introduced, and the son, Anthony, or Tony's ex-wife, is on the phone and is getting questioned about him. And they're trying to find where he is, to ask him some questions about where his mom might be. She tells them that he was living with his mom and that she believes that he could have done something to her.
The investigators asking him to show them the house and explain some things, and he's being very suspicious and a little uncooperative. They bring him back to question him at this station, and he's trying to make it seem like his mom is crazy and she wasn't on her meds and that she ran away, and she was just doing all this stuff that ended up her leaving. And so he put her house on Facebook Marketplace because he thought she wasn't coming back because she was supposedly crazy, which was illegal because it's not in his name. And he was also laying on the ground while talking to the police.
And then they find surveillance of him trying to get these things out of the flatbed of his truck, and it doesn't really tell you what he's trying to get out. It's just it's showing us that he's just really wanting to get the stuff out, and it just makes you wonder why is it that important for you to get it out? What are you hiding? What are you trying to hide? And then they go, his truck got impounded, so they go and they get it out to search it, but he's not really they have to call him many times to get him to come and get his truck. And so then they go and they search it, and then in the flatbed there's more carpet and it's got blood on it because he had gone back to his house and gotten the carpet, and I guess he was trying to hide it. And then they also found they go on and he's oh no, I didn't kill her, I dare you to accuse me and stuff. And then they find bank statements that say that basically show that she wasn't actually missing.
Well, she was missing, but it wasn't he did it. She did run away, and I think that the son had something to do with her running away. Probably what the ex-wife had said about him having outburst of rage, so he probably snapped one day and they got into a big argument because they did find blood on her air mattress that the son didn't give her, but the son's friend. And
yeah, because he made her sleep in the living room, on the floor.
Yeah, and so I think that she was scared at that point, and she ran away, and she didn't tell anybody that was associated with the son or her, because she didn't want anybody to know. Because at the end of the documentary, they said there was some bank statements, like you said, and it was her voice, and she was trying to get her account number, and she said, oh, I don't live at the old address that it might say on there. I moved. And they never give an address, but it was confirmed that she is alive and is somewhere mostly safe.
Yeah, I definitely thought that the son had killed her because, the way he was acting, he just wasn't very, cooperative, with the police. He was, oh, like, I don't really, he was just acting like he didn't really care that his mom had, like, gone missing and stuff. And it was really weird because he didn't even report it. It was his ex-wife that reported it a couple months, like, after she didn't hear from her. And, she did, like, the ex-wife did say, like, he had PTSD from the war. So, like, so maybe, I don't know, like, I think maybe she was just tired of the abuse, so maybe she, like, ran away. And his new wife, like, came out and she was like, oh, like, he's worried about his mom and stuff. Like, we're trying to find her. He was not acting like he was worried at all. He just was acting like he didn't
I really don't think he likes his mom. Because it was like, yeah, the fact that his wife from another state who is, like, actively talking to his mom had to file a report after 2 months because she didn't hear from Lorraine at all, and she lives in a whole different state, so they had to be communicating like a good bit, and he lives there with her and he didn't file a report. I was like, he had to kill her or do something.
Yeah. He was just, him and his wife both, like, they were just acting very suspicious the entire episode. I definitely think that she was just tired of the abuse, so she just was like, I'm leaving.
I think he was also suspicious because he was just so cocky, because I felt like he knew he didn't kill her, and they were accusing him of killing her, so he was like, oh, I didn't kill her, and y'all are finna look dumb when y'all find out I didn't kill her. And I think that's what gave to the suspicion, because he was just extremely cocky.
Yeah. And it was kind of boring, because, like, I was like, okay, I don't really know what's going on right now. And, like, the way, like, the style of it wasn't, like, it was like a documentary, but it was kind of like a movie documentary type thing. It wasn't...
Oh, like it was staged.
Yeah. It didn't seem like it was, like, real, but I'm sure it was.
Yeah, there was one scene with the burn barrel, and they were, like, interviewing the son at the burn barrel, and he was answering questions, like, very fluently, very cooperatively. But when at the police station, he acted like he couldn't do that, which was, it was like, oh, maybe this is fake,
Yeah, it was very weird.
It's also weirdly long.
It was an hour and 7 minutes. Like, there's no reason for it to be.
And it was like a 3-day investigation. They definitely could have shortened it.
Yeah.
It was also like they went into like little like scenes where it was just talking about like the police officers' lives, and I was like,
yeah, like I don't really care about that.
But like y'all didn't have to make it 10 minutes each for 4 people.
We want to thank you guys for listening, and we hope you enjoyed it. This episode was pretty crazy, but, like, it was a little bit boring. But, I mean, I enjoyed it because I like crime stuff. Tune in next time to hear about Jeffrey Epstein, Filthy Rich. It's a documentary about Jeffrey Epstein, about his, like, island, and... What's the time?
Binge time!